Hello, hello. Happy Sunday. Hello, hello. Welcome. Hey, everybody. Happy Sunday. How's everybody doing? 1 week after the whole time change thing. I see people joining. I don't have comments. I see people who I know would have commented. No comments. Are we going to do that tonight? I just sprayed Merlin, so anything is possible. Yeah, no comments. I'm going to do the thing that I know my tech support will have me do. See if I get some comments. Oh, I just missed a note from my gal, or both. That's all I saw. Jen. Hey guys, welcome. Working on getting some comments here. Oh, one of those times. Yeah, thank you, Dina. Jen, I missed the part you said or both. Swipe left or right. Okay, or both. I see the verbiage that people are joining. I'm getting that scrolling, but I'm not getting any Oh, I got Kelly's ready for the week. I got Dina. Okay, let's see if this is moving along. Kat, hey. Oh, thank you, Kat. I swiped left and I have comments. So next time I'll go right. Hey, Shanna, welcome. Welcome in, guys. We're just figuring out some tech stuff. I wasn't seeing comments, but I am now checking to see that continues. Okay, swiping the other way. Swipe left to reveal comments. I got 2 more comments. Things are moving. So I guess left, right, and then left seems to be the way. Okay. Left, right. Well, when I swipe left, they disappear. One way I have to make them go away and then one to come back. I know. Sorry, guys. We'll see. Hopefully that was just a little initial snafu. But if you're just joining, welcome. How is everybody feeling? There is a lot going on. It's a very powerful, I feel like that word gets overused, but it's true. We have a power week ahead of us because kicking off tomorrow, it is officially spring. It is the equinox and it is Aries season. All the fire coming in hot. And then we have that new moon in Aries on Tuesday. So we have a lot happening, a lot of energy moving and shifting. It is welcomed on this end. Thank you, Pisces season, for the dip. I'm good. I'm ready to dry out. So I brought in tonight, I'm not seeing comments, so I'm just going to periodically lean in and swipe and see. Sorry, guys, we're having one of those nights. Hey, Angela, I see your comment. Thank you. It's weird, Jen, because it kicks in. I see a bunch of comments and then it stops. And then I move it away and then it comes back. And actually, while I was watching Rob's live, I was having that where I kept checking to see if there were comments. So I don't know what that's about. This is my new phone. Everything's good on this end. Hey, Deidre, welcome. Hey, Cass. Sorry if I missed anybody coming in and saying hi. I'm intermittently without comments. But the good news is swiping seems to help, at least temporarily. So, I brought in the fire elemental tonight to welcome in Aries season, to bring in that element to help us to continue to dry out from a waterlogged Pisces season, all of the emotion, all of the flow, all of the dips, but moving into a season of action, of movement and growth. And so I'm ping-ponging between the fire, and then you can't see it on my little breakfast tray. I got all the flowers tonight. If you saw my post earlier today, welcoming in the spring blooms and the various stages of growth. And so with that, I got a little metaphor from Metatron that I wanted to share. I'm going to swipe again because I'm not getting comments, and that drives me nuts. Okay, no comments, and then come back. Jen's getting the computer. Okay, thank you. Erin, you got out. I see you now. Hey, Kelly. Hey, Kelly. We got double Kellys coming in back to back. Oh, welcome, Kelly Harrison. First time. Thank you for joining. We're having one of those nights. The comments are sporadic. So Jen is helping. Jen's on the computer. So if I get stuck, she'll kind of relay the messages. But I wanted to tell you guys about a metaphor that I've been getting from Metatron leading up to the new moon, but also just the equinox, spring, and planting season. So I have here my little pot, and I have a packet of seeds of wildflowers. And you know, everyone has different practices with the moon cycles. You may have something very specific that you do around the moon cycles, or maybe just sort of journaling, setting intentions. The new moon, of course, we're working with what we want to bring in new, what we're manifesting, the things that we're wishing to call in. So as we do that, Metatron showed me this act of planting and the idea of, if you were to write down some of the things that you wish to bring into your life, the things that you are planting in your life, that you could actually plant, take that piece of paper and bury it into the ground, and then actually add seeds to that and literally plant something into the ground, into a pot, really taking the action of setting that intention and then having the follow-up of nurturing and fostering that growth and really bringing to the front of your mind each time you care for that seedling that you are fostering the growth of these wishes, these intentions that you have been setting that you wish to bring in. So I had posted here in the event earlier today, bring your weeds and bring your seeds, because that's about what are we weeding out as we prepare our gardens, our spiritual gardens, our spring gardens for growth in the new season. We're turning over the soil. We're pulling out the weeds. So what do those weeds represent to you? Are they old patterns, limiting beliefs, habits, or people, places, things, situations that are no longer serving, that you're really going to clear and prepare the area for planting? And then you're going to very mindfully set the intention for the things that you do want to bring in and have welcomed into. And you can use this new moon on Tuesday, new moon in Aries, or throughout the spring equinox happening tomorrow. There's just so much happening that you can really work with this energy of planting and bringing in the new. And so I do not have green thumbs, and I am notorious for killing my plants. So I'm really going to take a chance on this, and I am going to write down some things that I want to bring forward into my life in this next season, and I'm going to plant them with the wildflowers, and I'm going to commit to caring for those wildflowers and really being mindful about bringing it to the front of mind. We've been talking all month about the March words of contemplate, right? Elevating our thoughts, contemplating joy, and then being able to cultivate that, really sit with that and really lead with the joy. And be in that place of shifting from a negativity bias in our mindsets when it comes to, you know, being in a place where we might jump to assuming the worst or having that sort of a negative idea of saying, I kill every plant that I, you know, that kind of a thing, and shifting from that and saying, I can do this. I can commit to this little pot or that little patch out in my flower bed to really have that act of planting. So I'm not seeing comments. I'm so sorry. This drives me Absolutely nuts. I'm not getting anything. Oh, I do see a couple. Okay, yeah, good. Well, I know you guys talk amongst yourselves, and it looks like you're covering. Please comment if you would like a card pull after we do our week. Oh, good. Some things are popping up now, guys. Debbie, you're going to be doing that planting ceremony. I love it. Yeah, I'm really excited because I admit I am not great at doing things for myself. I sit and give all kinds of guidance and ideas come and I don't follow through. And I don't know if you guys saw or if you received one of the year ahead readings I did, the 23 card spreads that I did at the beginning of the year for many people. We did a whole bunch of those and they were amazing. I never did it for myself. I usually like to start the new year and pull my 12 cards for the year ahead. So I decided the other day to actually, this is the new energetic year. Pisces wraps up that 12-year zodiac wheel and we move into the new energetic year. The 2022 energy is officially closing out today and we move into this new energetic year. So I fanned out the entire zodiac wheel and did my reading for myself. And I'm even trying to do it the way I would do a reading for you, like legit, like putting it up and putting music and doing all the things I do. So I've really been working on practicing what I preach. So I love to hear what you guys do, what works for you, but also if this is something that a couple of us are interested in doing, I'd love to see how we move forward with our planting as we nurture all of the new that we're bringing in. So I'm really sorry I can't see the comments. Drives me bonkers. Debbie, yes, okay. Oh boy. Yeah, you're right. You got, and I know this, I know that. Oh, Angela, thank you. I'm working on that too. So Angela, I appreciate that. Yes, one of the things I'm trying to catch up with the times is ways to put opportunities for energy exchanges out there. Of course, a lot of energy goes into the work that all of us do. And, energetic services are tough because you don't have a physical thing to deliver. So I appreciate that. I do have a couple of things set up now for some type of an energy exchange, but it's nothing like pretty. So I would love to get together something completely free will for people who want to support the work I do for sure. Thank you so much. Okay, everybody is asking for their cards. Awesome. Yeah, Jen, thank you. I see that. But for the most part, I'm not seeing the comments. So thank you. Jen is relaying. Okay, well, I'll dive in, start pulling our cards. Sorry, we have to kind of cut that short. But Merlin is the other energy I'm bringing in as well. I'm really feeling that connection, of course, to earth energy, to the nature spirits, and to bringing in all of these ideas, all of this magical manifestations that we want to bring forward and planting them, grounding them into practical ways, mindful steps that we can do. And I like to say Aries season, this is my first time saying it for the season, get your rams in a row, right? We're getting our rams in a row. We're lining things up to take actions. So it's a long time coming. You know, some of us are coming here to the table, like I said, very waterlogged, having come through a heavy season perhaps, or being in a long period of inactivity, or being stuck in a place where we're not sure which way to go. So I am bringing in the Merlin energy tonight, and also just color as well. So of course we have the gorgeous orange energy for the fire. This is actually like really awesome. It's like an ombre kind of shade there to bring in the flame energy. And we have the gorgeous two-tone of the greens and blues. Kelly H, thank you. All about the energy exchange. Absolutely. And it's so important for us to look at it that way because it is absolutely how we fill our cups in order to in turn serve others, for sure. So let's pull our cards for the week. And then I do have the Queen of the Moon Oracle out here to pull an overarching card for the energy of that New moon in Aries on Tuesday. I haven't delved in. I'm going to be recording my empowerment pack reading tomorrow, where I'll really be dipping into those energies and talking more about it. But I do know that there's 2 moons in Aries, which is a rarity, one in March and one in April, and one of them is an eclipse. So there's a lot of powerful fire energy for sure. So we're working with our Tarot of Oneness. So crazy. It gives me like 3 comments and then it halts. And we're going to feel into our 5 card spread. So this is our collective energy. Everyone who is here, everyone who's catching the replay, these messages are for us feeling into the week ahead, what we may expect starting with Monday, which is sort of an overarching energy for the week. Okay. Oh, there was a double there. Let me just, 1 card for Monday. All right. We've got that 4 of Swords again. And rest and recuperation is certainly very important as a part, but also some intention there. I love that. That's actually perfect. Tuesday represents a potential block or challenge that we may come into this week. And again, collectively, this can present itself so differently for everyone. And yet I love seeing all the resonances of how it does in fact end up playing out for us throughout the week. Getting doubles. Okay, beautiful card, Embodiment of Cups. Gorgeous. Okay. Wednesday is a midweek blessing. Card here to represent a midweek blessing. Another one. Wow. Embodiment of Swords. Okay. Wow. It's interesting that 2 cards keep coming up together because it's really speaking to the dualistic energies that we are experiencing right now that could be very different. Whereas one person comes to this moon really needing to rest and recuperate, and someone else is ready to just take those rams by the horns and start taking action. So there's a lot of that dualistic energy here. Jen, thank you. Chastity is here. You're not too late, Chastity. I'm having technical problems and I can't see your comments. So Jen's relaying to me as best she can. Thursday, how are we growing? Okay. And Aletha's here too. Welcome, Aletha. Wheel of Fortune. Perfect. And then Friday to wrap it up. Oh, that one's winking at me. Ooh, Spirit of Wands. Okay, so we've got a lot of the suits represented tonight, except Pentacles, which all last week was Pentacles. If you were here last week or you caught the replay, there was a lot of Pentacles Earth energy. Okay, doing another swipe. Right, and then left. Now I see Chastity's comment. And I see Aletha's now. Wow. Okay. All right. We're rolling with it, people. We are jumping into Monday's energy. It is the 4 of Swords. And so we were talking at the beginning here, for those just joining, we were talking about mindful, intentional practices and the ways that we can really take our ideas, our thoughts, our intentions, and anchor them in, ground them in, plant them, and really bring them forward in practical ways. So the first step there is to just kind of step back. Just like, again, I can't stop, won't stop with the garden references of planning out your garden, planning out, how you're going to plant each of the seeds and all of the process that's involved, which I wish I was much more informed about, because I think it's amazing. And I know we have a lot of gardeners in this group, but really using those beautiful tools. And so this is a card that shows us taking a time out and being open. You see the hands in that mudra, that position of being open to receiving, and just being still and taking time out. So this is a way for you to really just take this moment and this energy this week to be a little mindful about what it is that you see for yourself in the coming season, what it is that you want to bring forward in your life, in any area of your life, and really spending some time just sitting with that. Not a lot of action, not a lot of overthinking, but just sort of imagining the possibilities. Last week, we talked about being here now in the present and how that is always creating something for the future. So recognizing that how you choose to greet this energy is all a part of what is creating what will come forward for you when it's time to harvest. So really having that mindful moment to take out for yourself. So now Tuesday is the new moon in Aries. So I'm going to, along with this beautiful card, I'm going to pull a card from the Queen of the Moon Oracle, asking for some overarching energies for us collectively for this new moon, a message here about working with the energies of this new moon, what it is bringing in for us on the other side, the new that is coming in. So let's see here. No comments, guys. Card here for us. Ooh, oh my gosh. You bring the fire, we got the fire. This is a saucy one, guys. Take it all in. Wow, look at that fire. Heat. Take it all in. It's extremes is what it says. And you can see here, that is so perfect because I was just saying about the extremes. Every card, every intention for each day was bringing up two cards. So there's this duality, there's these extremes, there's these polarities going on right now. And it's Aries season, and there's a whole lot of other astrological aspects at play that another part of this time out, another part of this stepping back is looking at the collective and the things that we're going to be seeing play out on the big stages, because all of this fire is coming in hot and in extremes. And so, you know, collectively, the work that we're each doing, the seeds that we're each planting, our gardens that we're tending to, is all, Angela's here for it. Thank you. You like this card? It's awesome because it's really speaking to this element of fire and how we can choose to use fire in a destructive way, or we can use it in a constructive way, right? And that decision starts with each of us on the individual levels. Oh, we're getting a Billy Joel reference. Oh, yes. And that had to come from Angela because I know that's our song. I don't know why I go to extremes, right? I run hot, right? And then other times I'm like just chilling with my mudra, just receiving, right? So, oh, that's you? Oh, Jen, I love it with the music references. That's awesome. Yeah. So, whoever's making it, I'm sorry. I can't tell. Nope, not her. It was Angela. We're all laughing. I'm laughing with you. I can't see you, but I'm laughing. I'm getting a little hot under the collar, come to speak of it. No, I'm cool. I'm really fine because I get it. Stuff happens, right? But this is so perfect because we are going to be seeing things heating up collectively. However, we have a lot of power that we're wielding right in each of our own gardens, talking about not feeding the weeds. We don't feed the weeds. The more energy that we put into the extremes, the more that pervasively comes into our gardens and affects our space, right? So this is a beautiful opportunity for us to really focus on not getting all up in all of that, time out, mindful of minding my garden, minding my own garden and what all I got going on over here. Once I yield this beautiful, bountiful harvest, I'm going to share. I'm going to share with all the neighbors. And in so doing, it's that beautiful ripple effect of the difference that I am making right here where I am, despite whatever extremes we see going on around us. So that card's really hitting for me. Ooh, Kelly's under the heating pad. Yep, that counts because that'll bring a little heat. There's something in this card. I'm trying to remember. I've seen before that this card has spoken to me. Yeah, there's a lot going on here. Hot moon is what it says. Hot moon extremes, and it's card 34. So I'm actually going to look real quick in the book and see what else she has to say, because it definitely feels very relevant to these energies. So the mantra is, I handle extremes with grace, yet I seek balance in all things. So yes, how am I going to experience this thing? And so we have this opportunity to learn how to handle the crises with calm and resilience, seeking balance in all things, above and beyond seeking extremes. That there are better ways to handle conflict than rage and outrage. There may be someone who seeks to disrupt your business or life in some way. This too shall pass. Because if I'm keeping it tight and right over here in my garden, then I'm taking those steps. If you spoke on this card, we'd lose the G rating. Well, I don't know. I can't see it. So la la la. It's a PG, right? I can say stuff, right? All right. I'm sorry, guys. I know this is like a long one. So the card for Tuesday of the potential blocker challenge, and this is cool because it's water. It's embodiment of cups. So it's King of Cups versus the hot moon. So we have the cool energy here of the water, and then we have the heat of the moon with this Aries energy coming in. Let it roll off your back. That's what I'm getting there. Let it roll off your back. I'm trying to figure out what that is. I'm not sure what that is right there, but all I can see is like a juice pouch. It reminds me of like a Sips, I can't tell what it is from here. But the King of Cups has that on lock, like emotions on point, like balanced, and being able to move through all of that. Maya Angelou, even the storm runs out of rain. I know you just said that. That's amazing. I love that. Yes, this too shall pass. Even the storm runs out of rain. So even if that has been very abundant in your life, it shall pass, right? So the challenge of the water versus the fire, of being able to stay. Kelly, we're going for R-rated. We're checking IDs at the door. Is Mirandy here? Yeah, I can't tell. It does. It looks like a Capri Sun pouch. Thank you. Jennifer is translating for me, guys. Sometimes if I leave the comments out for a sec and then come back, I get a little bit. Sandy, it looks like a candle. Yeah, I can't tell. I don't know. I'll take a picture of it and post it, of course. So we have this balance between the fire and the water, and really, again, being able to pick that place of grace and holding that place despite whatever's going on. So there is that energy of the volatile, the heat rising and the extremes. So I'm feeling that unfolding here as we move through the week. Because right behind the King of Cups, we have the King of Swords, the embodiment of swords. Again, feeling this blue. And that's the blue that's in this bottle. I don't know if it comes up well in this lighting, but there's this beautiful blue on the bottom of this bottle that I'm feeling the energies of, actually, like the sea green and the blue that's coming in here with the King of Swords then. The King of Swords will cut right through that stuff. Right on through that stuff. Speaking direct, to the point, not getting all caught up in the drama whatsoever. So there's a lot of, and I'm loving all the feathers tonight too. I'm seeing a lot of feathers in each of the cards so far, bringing in the air element as well. And really allowing us to clear. Like I'm getting this sense of like saging or cleansing or clearing the energies around us. Again, in whatever way speaks to you. You don't have to actually burn sage, or I have like a sage smudge spray that I use, or just opening up the windows, letting some air, like doing something that's very symbolic of spring cleaning, sweeping, clearing, cutting through the old in order to bring in and create space for the new. So this was our midweek blessing. And so it could be, again, if we get like real specific into ways this could show up for you, conversations, things that have needed to be said, like perhaps just being said, just saying the thing, saying it from a place of authority and authenticity, and just being really direct. Again, not too harsh, because that sword can be double-sided, not too harsh, but yet bringing in the energy of direct and throat chakra opening. Kelly, you love feathers. I love feathers too. I actually have an amazing pair. I have a couple of amazing pairs from Deidre of feather earrings, and I wanted to wear them tonight, but I couldn't work it out with my colors. It didn't work out for tonight, but I'm loving the feathers, and they're really beautiful on this card for sure. In fact, right in the center is a blue jay feather, and I have one, but it's too far out of my reach. Blue jays represent communication, speaking up. You can't not hear the blue jay. Sharon, we're only on Wednesday because I can't really see the comments. Jennifer's relaying them to me, so I'm moving very slowly tonight. But if you want a card pull, if you're still joining in, please do comment. Jen's still keeping track. So as we move through the blessing of really standing in our authority, speaking our truths, opening up, balancing out emotions, we have this beautiful energy for how we are growing. And it is the Wheel of Fortune. And talk about the wheel turning. Tomorrow ushers in spring in the Northern Hemisphere. I think we're all in the Northern Hemisphere. Some people that catch the replay are in the Southern Hemisphere, bringing in autumn. Nonetheless, the wheel turns, right? And to every time, and there is a season for all, and we have these opportunities to embrace and enjoy what each season has to offer. And I am really excited to usher in the spring energy and to really connect in with that. And so here it's presented in this beautiful labyrinth type energy of moving through all of that energy. And the Wheel of Fortune will typically indicate a upward swing, really on a trajectory of getting things moving and being able to shift into new energy. So this is really beautiful for how we're growing, because perhaps we are embracing those seasons. Perhaps we can now stand here on the edge of Pisces season and look back. One of the visuals I like to think of with all that high tide and all of the watery energy is like when you're on the beach after a storm and the water recedes and you see all the things that the ocean churned up, what came up to the surface and what's left, all the treasures, the jellyfish, the weird like horseshoe crab things, like what am I keeping, what am I tossing, and really kind of looking at all of those things and being in this place of a higher perspective where we're really reflecting back on some of those deeper moments where it got a little deep, and again being able to perhaps see what exactly that brought up for us, what that cleared out for us, what we learned from that, how did we grow through some of the aspects of the season, and then decide what's coming with us as we move into the spring and what we can allow to wash back out, because it will, right? It always will. So we have this beautiful turning of the wheel to keep that moving. And so finally, Friday, wrapping it up, we have a beautiful energy of the wands coming in with Spirit of Wands. Now, Spirit, I think, is going to be the Queen of Wands. And of course, because we have her black cat and her sunflower, I love this deck. It is so clever and so neatly weaves in aspects of the Rider-Waite-Smith deck. So this is the Queen of Wands. She's my favorite queen. She is the witch. She does the magic. She brings all the sparks, all the fire. And so I love this energy coming in here Friday. It's official at that point. We are in Aries season. We are on the other side of the new moon, and all of the magic is in our hands. We're at a place now where we could be planting those seeds. And so as we talked in the beginning about my metaphor from Metatron has us planting our intentions, planting our wishes, casting those spells, burying it into the earth and nurturing and caring for it like you would bringing forward the sunflower. Isn't this a gorgeous card, Erin? Yes, it's beautiful. I love the colors. Again, the fire energy coming in here. Look at that. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. That is amazing. I love this. So the Queen of Wands bringing in for all this king energy. And again, this deck so beautifully calls it the embodiment of, the spirit of, because it is, of course, for all. And in every way, it's talking about how we are incrementally growing and shifting and moving into, individually and collectively, into that higher perspective, that place where we are able to see with renewed clarity and with the awareness of all that has brought us to this place that we come to now. And so now I'm here, and I might even be experiencing something that is familiar, that I have experienced before, but never before have I experienced it with all the tools, the wisdom that I have here and now in this moment. So to me, that's an empowering place to be, to see how I have learned and grown through things and have an opportunity to come at it with a new perspective. So all of that being said, we're going to start to get into the card pulls, except I can't see your comments. I'm going to try to just do it once where I swipe here and see if I can get it to go. Shanna, yes, the week starts blue and then it moves into those reds. And isn't that perfect as we transition out of the water and into the fire? It's beautiful. I love it. And that's the power of bringing in the color energy. You know, I don't always dive deep into this, but this is all a part of the Metatron color healing that I do. And these sprays are amazing. They are bringing in color, essential oil, crystal intentions, and I just love, even just looking here, I can see this color coming in with the Merlin, and I feel the water energy here and the fire here. It's just, I'm a color person, so sorry, I'm like nerding out there, but but yeah, you can really see that transition. Okay, I think I saw Erin was first, so we are going to dive in here to our personal card pulls for anyone who would like a card pull. Jen is relaying to me. I did get a couple of comments with my swipe and then it stops. I don't know what that's about. All right, let's get a card for you, Erin. What is coming up for you this week? And I'm going to kind of pull into this my thoughts as I pull the cards for you guys tonight, because it is such a week of fresh energy coming in, like this card speaking to the spring season, the new moon energy coming in for you, and the new energetic year. This is kicking off a whole new energetic year for you. So let's get a card to come in. See what is coming forward for you. That one. Okay, you have the Six of Swords, onwards and upwards, moving on, moving forward. There is a sunrise on the horizon. And so what I like about this version is, again, the feathers are representing the swords here, and you can kind of see them lined up on the side. Some versions of the Six of Swords have those swords right in the front, where they can almost be a hindrance. It can almost be like, do you really need all those swords on the boat, or could you really stand to maybe drop a few overboard? This is actually showing your rams in a row, you know, like it's showing that the air element, the swords are representing thoughts, they're representing ideas, they're representing things within our mind and our intellect, where you kind of have them sort of strategically lined up here on the boat, where you're heading, where to next, where you're off to. So I like how they're riding along. They're not overpowering you. So you're using your intellect, you're using your ideas, your divinely inspired ideas, Queen of Wands style, and you're making them work for you. So I love this for you, because the Six of Swords really does represent, you know, moving on. And another cool thing in the traditional is you see a woman with a child, and she's kind of like huddled, and then there's another figure over them. And I like to think of that figure as either our higher self or a guide, or someone who is helping us as we move forward, an energy that is helping us. And so I feel like that's you and your son on this boat, and you have ideas, you have thoughts, you have intentions as you move forward. And so knowing again that you are supported, knowing that that help is there, knowing that, you know, you can take the time out, you can take the step back, take these ideas that can sometimes be a little scattered and bring them into alignment and move forward from that empowered place. So I really like that for you a lot. And I'm definitely feeling the Merlin energy with this card too. So really feeling into that practical magic of taking the ideas, taking those things and bringing them forward in a real practical way that is going to bring forward so much possibility that it is as if by magic. I love that for you. Okay, Dina is next. Gonna give a swipe. Okay, right. and then left. Gives me like a couple of comments. All right, this one is for you, Dina. Let's see what's coming up for you. Alita, thank you for acknowledging the positive vibes. As always, you're heading out of here. Have a beautiful week. Savannah, welcome. Of course you can. I am having spotty access to comments, but Jen she's got you and she's translating. All right, Dina, this is for you, and I'm making a mess of the cards, so let me just see what I got going on here. Something winked at us, flipped over. That was the Five of Swords. We're gonna shuffle up here for Dina. Ooh, you got the High Priestess, but check that out. Beautiful. This is like spa-like. This is like retreat-like. Like, wow. And you're on vacation, aren't you? Wow. Okay. Loving this. High Priestess. Amazing. Just look at that. Wow. So I'm definitely feeling this connected to the Four of Swords. You know, some intentional practice here. Of really aligning yourself with using your tools and stepping into that higher knowing, right? And connecting in with her and really being at ease with that. Like it really feels like it's totally spa-like. So you're just coming off of vacation. So hold that vacation vibration as you step into this fiery week. You have this beautiful energy of the calm pool. And also the archway. And is that a pearl? No, it's just beautiful. It's just magical. There's just all these orbs. I love the scroll. Really stepping into your power, stepping into your inner knowing, owning it. And really it just feels very relaxed. It feels very chill, you know, like it's just, you're integrating more and more. So I love this for you, really stepping into that place. And yeah, keep that vacation vibration for sure. I'm feeling that energy. Yeah, this is big. This is a major arcana card. It is a significant week. And this is who you want to have steering the boat, your higher self, your wise self, and which is you. And so it's an aspect of you. So I love this energy for you for sure. Okay, awesome. Kat is next. Thank you guys for hanging. I'm so sorry I cannot see comments, but Jen is always a rock star. I was listening to you come in. You've got Rob. You're on top of his stuff from his live. Now you're here. You're welcome, Dina. Thank you, Jen. All right, Kat, let's see what's coming up for you. What do we have coming up for Kat? Aries season, new moon, spring vibes. What is coming up? I keep getting all the doubles. Ooh, you got the Pentacles. Okay, so you have a card that came up last week of how we're growing, the Seven of Pentacles. So this is all about these beautiful seedlings that you are taking care of, that you are nurturing, that you are fostering. And it is that card of pause and reflection, of recognizing from where you came and from where they came. So I'm definitely feeling that beautiful energy of, you know, the Pentacles connecting us into ancestry and our lines, and really feeling into this idea. Heirloom seeds have been coming up a lot throughout the previous season. Whenever I was getting the Pentacles with this deck, I really feel that energy. And of course, this is a time when our loved ones are very close. This is a powerful, they're always with us, of course, but this is a very powerful time for really connecting in with that energy as we transition from one season into the next and start off this new energetic year. That shovel is really representative of all the work, the blood, the sweat, the tears, all of the elbow grease, all of the things that already brought you to this place. And now here you are holding that and really nurturing and fostering all of that growth into your life. And really showing how, you know, Wheel of Fortune style, how it goes on, and it moves into new phases, new stages, new seasons of life, but really bringing in this growth and how it all starts with that intention, with that energy that you then bring forward in this way. So, you know, this is that card that does welcome us to pause, take a moment, like this energy here of reflecting, but also for sure recognizing how far we've come. Even if we're not yet where we want to be, if it feels like there's still a long way to go before it comes into fruition, really about that patience and planning, and then persevering as you move forward. So that's what we have coming up there for you with the 7 of Pentacles. Okay, welcome in if you're joining. I'm having issues with comments tonight, so I can't quite see all the comments, but Jennifer is translating for me. So that was Kelly M. It's funny, like then when I do reset it, these are old comments that are popping in. It's Kelly M, I think. I just want to make sure I said that right. That was Kat that I just pulled for, yes. But I thought you just told me who was next. Kelly G. Sorry, I made it up. I made up the Kelly M part. Kelly G. That's why I wanted to have it straight before I pulled your card. Thank you. Yes, Kelly G. This one is for you. Thank you, guys. See, I can see how I've grown from the first time this happened to it happening now. It happens. Ish happens. Kelly G, let's get your card. See what is coming up for you. Ooh, awesome. From Kat, your mom is an Aries. Beautiful card. Oh, I love that. Awesome. Aries. Oh, that's perfect. So here we go, Kelly G. We have 9 of Cups, the Golden Goose. Look at this. This is the card of wishes fulfilled. And of really being in this period of sitting on some of these golden wishes, intentions, ideas, and things that you are incubating that will be coming forward. I just saw something today that said, you know, when an egg cracks on the outside, it's a bad thing. When it cracks from the inside, it's a good thing. It's new birth. It's bringing in the new. So this idea of something hatching from the outside. So a cracked egg on the outside versus cracking from the inside. So I feel like it's like, even if it hasn't cracked yet, you have this beautiful energy here of what you've been sitting on and what you are preparing to bring forward. And so there's 9 golden eggs here in this energy of wishes, intentions. And so really take this week to really tune into those things that you're sitting on, those things that you're incubating and bringing in. Yes, from 3 little birds. I love it. Yeah, these birds were busy. We got 9 eggs from those 3 little birds, bringing in the Bob Marley from last week. Absolutely. I love it. Those 3 little birds. Don't worry about a thing, because every little thing is going to be all right. Those wishes are coming forward. They are hatching. So really continue to, isn't this so cool? Look at the little webbed feet standing over the eggs. Really looking at, let me get my big bright nails out of the way. Really looking at all of that you're bringing forward. I love it. So perfect. Those 3 little birds are busy birds. So keep sitting on those eggs because they're about to hatch. And it's really, really a beautiful, positive energy with that Wheel of Fortune and this energy here, which of course we talked about last week with the Wheel of Fortune, because I likened it to that Tower card and all the things. So it's all coming around again and it's all good. It's golden, baby. You're golden. I love it. Beautiful. All right. Debbie is next. All right. Giving it a swipe. All right, Debbie, this is for you. Swiping doesn't help because all it does is bring up all the old comments that just passed, and then it freezes. Facebook. All right, Debbie, let's see what is coming up for you. Spring vibes. Ooh, back to the choice. Okay, you've got the Two of Swords. So we've seen this card, more feather energy coming in with the air element. This is that card of choice, the card that presents us with two doors. And we see here, stop it. Stop it right now. Green and blue. So we're bringing in the Merlin energy for you. Now, I have two Merlin sprays. This one is connection and mentorship for connecting with Merlin and bringing in the magic, but I'm loving the blue or the green. And I really get a beautiful sense from this card, which of course is the nature of all choices. You can't go wrong because everything is learning, everything is experiencing, everything is expanding. So you open a door, you step through, bringing in the energy of the embodiment of the cups, the embodiment of the swords, the queen energy, the spirit of wands. It's like when you make that choice and you open that door and you step through, you're doing so full on. Like, I am making this choice and I'm standing in my choice and taking the experiences that come from. So whichever one you choose, whichever direction you go, it's all going to be learning and expanding for you on your soul's level. So it's all about the journey. So I love it because we can take the angst out of the choices when we recognize that either one is going to bring forward just what we need in that moment. And that even if all we get from it is a learning experience or new information that we didn't have before, we're now empowered with something we didn't have to make the next door and the next door. So there's this element again of choice and duality and options for you and really connecting in with the vibration of green and blue. I love how that goes together for sure. That's right, Rob. No mistakes. It's all learning. I now know that worked. This didn't. That's the magician's way. You know, the Queen of Wands, the magician, like, you know, just anything that, you know, from creating, you know, you try something, it doesn't look right, it doesn't work, you have to start over. That doesn't mean that it's not frustrating and all the things, but absolutely, Debbie, all paths lead to the same destination and you're going on your time at your pace. And there's experiences between here and there for you to have that you wouldn't have had you not taken a particular path. So again, we're at that precipice, that place where we can kind of look back at the door maybe that we came through and reflect upon why all that transpired may have been really necessary, an integral part of bringing us to these doors. So here you stand again in that choice point with this beautiful energy supporting you whichever way you go. So I love that for you. I'm definitely going to take a look at the channeled words from Amanda Ellis for the Merlin spray because I really do feel that energy coming in for us. Okay, Angela, if you're still here, thank you, dear. Let's get a card for you. See what is coming up for you this powerful week. What is cooking? It is a very new moon feeling card, Debbie. You're right. You're welcome, for sure. Yeah, the new moon energy. Like I said, once I dive into that guidance tomorrow, I know that there's definitely this aspect of duality and extremes, for sure. Okay, Angela, this is for you. Ooh, you're bringing in those color tones too. This is going to be the Nine of Swords. So this is going to, let's take a look at this one. So we have that energy of the hamster wheel, right? The things coming around again. But I know that they do look creepy, but like I am really getting the vibes of the veil and the loved ones in spirit and the other side and the guidance and, you know, kind of being able, that looks like it's at bay. It's at the foot of the bed. You see what I'm saying? Like, I don't feel it like, oh boy. And that doesn't mean that the mind isn't active. It doesn't mean that we're not turning the things around and thinking about stuff and contemplating. Well, we don't want to ruminate, right? So we don't want to ruminate. We're contemplating. Ruminating is when we sit and stew in it, right? And so the Nine of Swords can speak to that energy of really being on that hamster wheel of thoughts and getting trapped up in that. And yet we've been here before. So now here I am armed with my new tools, my new perspectives and ways that I'm going to greet that energy and how I move through it. So I'm not really feeling it like, Nine of Swords energy. I'm actually feeling it like it's at the foot of the bed, and it's just like, yeah, I see you. And I know that that's an aspect of me. It's a way that, the thoughts move in, and I see them there, and then I allow them to move through, and I'm riding those waves. I'm moving through that energy and allowing it to go, and bringing in then the embodiment of. So really, again, bringing together, and I'm just feeling all of the color energy here between the embodiment of the cups, embodiment of the swords, and here we have this blending coming together. All right, Kelly G is off to bed. Good night, dear. Have an amazing week. Thank you for catching the rest on the replay. Appreciating you. So I'm really feeling this stepping into your power to really combat all of that. And perhaps, yes, using the energy of the guide, the loved ones, and all of that energy to really help you to not feed the weeds, right? We don't feed the weeds. So really bringing in that energy of keeping all of that at bay and allowing it to move forward, to move on. Almost pulled up the wrong deck there. Okay. All right, let's see. Kelly H is next. Okay. Gotcha. All right, Kelly H. Let's see what is coming up for you. What do we have on deck for Kelly H? Those old comments, now they come up. Oh, I do see the comment for Deidre. She's holding a sleeping baby. Oh. That's the best. That can get sweaty. All right, the lovers flew out, Kelly, but I want to make sure I'm focusing here for you. Kelly, we are bringing forward a message for you. Sorry, I got two cards again. Just one. Card for Kelly H, please. There we go. It's the lovers. So I think the one that this deck has two lovers cards. So it's really cool because talk about duality and choice and extremes and all the things. I'm just going to pull out the other one so you can see. So it's cool because this deck has two lovers cards. One is the divine feminine energy and one is the divine masculine. I think this is the one that flew out, the masculine energy. So that's going to be the yang, the fire, the action. And here is what just came up for you, the feminine, which is going to be the yin, the receiving, the being. And so look at that. Isn't that cool? And so I think this flew out. I tried to shove it back, but she came back. So the lovers really speaks to that nature of duality and choice. And the idea that, that's right, the deck was not going to be denied. I had to take the card. And also, it wants me to take two cards for everyone, apparently. So we've got the twins here. We've got the duo. And so this is bringing forward for you the duality, you know, and really being able to see. And it's a choice of bringing together the two, of a blending of those two aspects within you, right? You have yin and you have yang. You have action and doing, and then you have being and receiving, and really connecting in and bringing some balance to both of those areas. So if you have been really, really busy, really doing, then you have an opportunity to bring in some balance to practicing this energy of being and stillness. If you have been in a period of inactivity, you know, voluntary or involuntary, you know, maybe perhaps just kind of just being through whatever, you know, we're moving through, then there's an opportunity to welcome in maybe some more action and movement. So it's bringing in those two things and inviting you to balance. This is so cool. I love how these two are coming up together, and that's resonating for you. Awesome. I love it. I love the choice aspect. You know, there is a choice. And to me, it also represents like seeing that it's already here, really embodying what it is that you're choosing, what it is that you want to have in your garden, and seeing that it is already here. It is the energy that you're invited to step into. And again, really loving this word embodiment as it comes up twice on the altar this week, of embodying the choice, of embodying the both. So I love that that's resonating for you. Awesome. Thank you. Okay. Let's see who's next. Sandy. All right, Sandy, this one is for you. Let's see what comes forward. All right. Message for Sandy. Again, another one snuck over. Higher self. I'm shouting it out just in case it throws it back to me. We can all see that it happened. That was the higher self. Let's see what comes up for you, Sandy. No, but it's another card I love, and it's all the action. So this is the 8 of Wands. So if you've seen this card throughout the weeks, this is my objects in the rearview mirror. We are moving. This is the card of movement. This is like, it reminds me of all those fire arrows, like just all lit. Oh, Kelly, thank you so much. I appreciate that. All of that fire, like, let's go. It's go time. Like, you are peeling out and moving forward. So there's movement happening. And so the way it's depicted here, just specifically, this can literally be moving somewhere, going somewhere, or taking, a trip, or physically moving somewhere, or driving somewhere, or something with the energy of the road, of being on the road. But in general, it does show a quickening of things coming up, things happening, a lot of irons in the fire. So again, tuning into all of this energy of things heating up and action happening. This is a card that definitely says that if things have been stagnant, if things have been slow, that you can expect there to start to be some movement. And in general, the spring season does start to kind of awaken people coming out more, and perhaps more activities and events and things that have us literally going out and really getting into the movement of the new and all of the things that the Aries energy is going to bring forward. So this is certainly showing for you. Oh, you're wanting to move. Perfect. So I love this, just around the bend a bit here. I love this card, and I love the energy. We're totally, again, getting this. You see, I love it. Love, love, love this energy of fire and movement, and really heating things up to get things moving. So have that as a part of when you're sitting contemplating what you want to do. You're thinking about moving. What does that look like? What does that feel like? Envisioning yourself there, seeing yourself on the road and what that looks like, and really starting to spend time in that energy. And that is how we start to really root into those intentions and bringing them down into a reality. And there's definitely movement coming in for you with the energy of this card. So I love that. Awesome. Thank you. Okay. Let's see who is next. Shauna is next. Oh, Shauna. Okay, Shauna. Thank you. I appreciate that. Shauna. And welcome as well. Sorry, it's kind of a crazy night where I can't see your comments, but never a dull moment. Let's get a card for you. So we're connecting in here along with these collective messages. I'm pulling this card for you, feeling into energies coming up here around new moon, new season, spring, Aries, all the things. So let's see what is coming up for you, Shauna. 2 cards again. Ooh, okay. You got some Pentacles energy. Sandy, you're welcome. So here we have this card of collaboration. So this is a card of coming together making plans, collaborating, consulting. And I love how this card shows the diversity, the nature of different people, perhaps from very different skill sets, very different walks of life, even partnering, collaborating, coming together. And we see here the blueprints, and we see the tools, and we're using each of our resources, each of our abilities to come together and create something. So sometimes this does speak to actually consulting an expert in some area, to some type of a project that you're wanting to bring forward. It can be in your work life, if there's any type of projects or collaboration going on there that it can speak to. Pentacles, of course, being the earth element and representing money, material, our energy. And so here we see the energetic exchange happening here in a way that, again, is very cohesive and collaborative, and that there is a way for us to bring together each of these different things. And it can be too, like, it doesn't have to be 3 different people or 3 different individual humans behind it. It can actually be bringing together 3 different things, coming together to create something that you're building in your life, different areas of your life, bringing together, reconstructing, or kind of back to the drawing board on maybe getting some clarity on moving forward into the new season, of sort of rewriting some of that up about maybe your day-to-day, your schedule, or different things that could be coming up for you, that you are in this place of being able to really coordinate and collaborate and use the strengths of each of these things, whatever or whoever or however they're represented here, using the strengths of each and the skill sets behind each in order to create something that's really going to be a good base to what you are building, what you're bringing in the season to come. So really feeling into all of that energy for you. Janetta is here. It's been a better week. Good. I'm glad. Okay, we're going to see what comes up for you if you're getting a card pulled tonight. So that's what I have coming up for you, Shauna, is the energy of collaboration and coordination and creation. So really being in this place of bringing all of those things together to create the new. And you can look at those pentacles as seeds as well. So, planting and really setting each one in order to bring forward the new that's coming up in the new season for you. Okay, who is next? Oh, good, Shauna. I'm so glad that speaks to you. Awesome. Yeah. Feel that into along with these messages, and that really helps to kind of pull together the way that the energy is coming forward specifically for you into this week and season ahead. Okay, Chastity is next. Let's see what we have for Chastity coming up. A lot of winkers. These are silky cards, I always say. I do like how they shuffle. I'm a sloppy shuffler, so they get ahead of me. What do we have coming up for you? Ooh, I love this one too. Okay, we've got the 8 of Pentacles, and it is awesome. It is a tattoo artist. This is the head down working. This is the I'm taking a social media break. If you need me, you can find me on text or messenger because I will not be here. I'm going to be doing my thing. That's what I'm feeling for you, which is also this, a timeout, right? Taking some time, clearing things out. This is all about focusing on your craft, about really, look at all the symbolism. This is such a cool card. So we have over here the tree. We have the energy of the tattoo, which is a dog. And I think it actually tells us even in the book something about what kind of a dog it is. I want to just see what else is relevant here for you. Because it really is a card of diligence and focus and honing your craft. That's another thing, is knowing that, the things that you're building, the things you're creating, that they take time and energy and focus, and sometimes even, developing your skills and learning new things about your craft or what you're creating. So here we talk about it's a service dog. That's right, which is really cool. Okay, so this tattoo represents a service dog, and the symbolism says that the tattoo reflects a creature that is highly trained and very dedicated to its work. Service dogs exemplify dedication and are smart animals that have worked hard to become exceptionally skilled. So being of service, right? And that being a process that takes time, that takes, again, honing our craft, learning as we go. So the tattoo artist here is actually an apprentice. So we did say earlier, there's no mistakes, no regrets. Where's Rob? I need my no regrets. No regrets on the tattoo. We have the tattoo artist, but it's an apprentice. So it says, your work requires diligence and practice while you hone your skills. So leveling up all around. I know that's true. So I love this. And then of course we have the energy of the tree, which is really symbolizing strength and growth, and the idea that those trees begin like the vulnerable sapling, like the Seven of Pentacles that we had there for Kat with the little seedling in our hand that eventually matures into that strong, deeply rooted tree. So there's energy here of when we properly nourish and root in firmly and be mindful of all the seasons. If I feel that I need a time out, if I need a break, if I need a rest, whatever, I'm following those clues and cues, that is a beautiful energy coming in for you to really allow yourself to focus and continue to hone your craft. So that's awesome. I love that. Okay. No comments up in here. Just getting the old comments now. Oh, wait, let me see. Chloe and I were talking about a social media break today, but oh, this resonates. Oh, perfect. Yeah, like on all different levels, for sure. Sharon, Miss Sharon is next. Welcome home, Miss Sharon. You have come back from your beautiful time away. It is good to be home. I know how that is too. Let's see what is coming up for you. Card here. Double winkers here. Let's see what we have. Ooh, loving this. Okay. Oh, beautiful. So you got the 10 of Pentacles. So this is the card of generations, of family, of legacy. And it's all matchy-matchy, right? It would bring in the fire energy. Hey, Kendra, welcome. I've got no comments. Jen is translating for me. Look at that. Look at that fire, but also the earth energy, the deeply rooted. And I love the all hands on deck. I love this energy of generations, and you're back home and you are preparing for the spring energy and all that you're bringing forward that the Pentacles represent. So I really feel this energy for you. And you've gotten this card, of course, in other decks, other versions, but this is really bringing in that fire element, which brings us into, of course, the Queen of Wands, this energy of being the witch that brings the magic, that is got all of this beautiful energy that you are planting and that you're going to be bringing forward, that you have been bringing forward, but now as you prepare to step into the spring energy, and I feel that all hands on deck. I feel the generations and the family all coming together to contribute in that way to the gardens that you'll be planting and the new that you'll be bringing forward. So, and also community too. So I feel community as well. I feel like, whatever divinely inspired ideas and new creations that you have with you from the season that you've just spent in that space, remembering that you have all of this support and helping hands to help you to take those ideas, to take those creations and bring them into a tangible way that you can share them. So this is also ushering in that season where maybe you take it to that next stage of bringing forward those things and being supported in doing so. So I love that energy for you coming in here with the 10 of Pentacles. Beautiful. Okay. Savannah. Okay, Savannah is next. Let's see what we have coming up for you. Ooh, I'm sorry, I keep picking it up upside down. You have this amazing Strength card. So this is the Leo card. This is the card bringing in the energy of taming the beast within. And so it's this aspect of, again, bringing in the extremes, bringing in the dualistic aspects of self. You know, we have perhaps a part of us that is coming from a more of a fierce mama bear type place. And then we have a part of us, and I always love doing this because I love the hand that's there just gently taming the beast, taming that part of us, bringing in maybe a little more gentleness. So but both are necessary. So it's showing a quiet strength, and one that, you know, you can bring into, you know, we talked about a little bit about the communication, the expression, the throat chakra of having to bring forward things, but doing so in a very even keeled way, like, so not going to extremes, right? Not turning into you know, the wild bear here, but actually really bringing it in a way that's really measured and balanced, because there is a time and a place for all of that. So we have this element of strength coming in for you. I want to look here too and just see what more she says about the bear energy and the strength as a major arcana energy for you to support along with these energies. So again, self-control, courage, calm influence. So again, towing that line between the extremes, right? And I have that piled up here with this extreme card. So this energy of the hot moon and the fiery energy that can be around us coming in, that we can hold that place of calm and be that center point of balance. A graceful leader, bravery, confidence, strength of character. So all of that energy coming forward for you, perhaps in any of your exchanges or interactions that come up that do require you to say the thing, to do the thing, to cut out the thing that's not working, you know, energy that you don't wish to be in. And so that's allowing you to hold your place of strength and calm. So the grizzly bear is coming in as a totem saying, channel the spirit of the bear when you feel weak and need strength. They ooze power and courage and help you stay firmly grounded through difficult times. And then it also speaks to that there's healing light coming in here. So it's actually referring to Reiki. And so energy healing, or if you do have a connection specifically to Reiki, it's actually saying that her hand is in the position of the Choku-rei in Reiki. So if that resonates for you, I just want to share that. That it's something that clears negative blockages and channels positive energy for physical, mental, and emotional healing. So again, it's that energy of clearing out the old, the dense, the weeds before you move into this, as you're moving into this new season, really clearing all of that out. So there's an energy clearing coming in for you too, as you work through your week and into the season. So we have that coming up for you with the Strength card. And Deidre is next. Okay, let's see what we have coming up for you. Card for Deidre. Winks. We have coming up for Deidre. Oh, you got the Lovers as well. This is the masculine energy for the Lovers. So we talked about duality and choice. We talked about the yang energy of taking action and balance. But of course, we're going to take a look and see what more wants to come forward with this frequent flyer that we have here. Okay. So it's speaking to bringing in, again, duality and choice, and that, you know, yes, sometimes it is referenced for romantic love, but some see it as creating conscious connections that exist outside of romantic relationships. So it can also reference partnerships where energetic bonds are strong and loving energy flows back and forth in beautiful and empowering ways. So whatever the nature of a relationship, it is one that is best described as a soul connection. So this one does speak a lot to relationships and connections with others, with soul connections. Yeah, okay, so you did get this card before. Was it also the masculine one? I don't remember. So you've gotten the Lovers twice. And the guidance here, if I didn't share this with you before, is about opening your heart to receiving love, and that begins with self-love. Yes, because we talked about the twin flame message. Yes, yes, yes. So underscore. And what does that message represent? That message represents you stepping into, right, your inner knowing and sharing, connecting with others. So, you know, things that you have in your garden that you have maybe tucked away that you have to share. So there's this opportunity this season to really kind of going through your garden and all of the, I'm getting secret garden, like things that you have tucked away that you have to share. Because it starts with self-love, right? As this is saying, but about you bringing that forward and sharing, knowing your worth and accepting nothing less than what your beautiful soul deserves. So, it is talking about starting with self-love, starting with nurturing from within, and then sending that out into the world and sharing that. So I'm feeling another little wink there too, to your expanding in that way, in bringing it out and sharing too. So that's pretty cool that you got that twice this month for sure. Yeah, I love that for you. And of course, we'll be pulling your moon cards too, so we'll see. We'll build on that for sure. Okay, Janetta is next. See what is coming up here for you, Janetta. Swiping. And all it's going to do is give me the old comments. I'm triple swiping. I'm still getting the old stuff. It really is powerful, Deidre, that you got that twice for sure. That's the last comment I'm getting there, but I love that. Oh, and I got to put him back in. And that's another thing that's important too, is reflecting upon what it means to you. So what it means to me is one thing. What it says in the book is another thing. But Empowered Tarot is about you then, especially because you're tuning into these signs and symbols, what it means to you, and really gleaning interpretations, and that's how you're connecting in with your own higher wisdom. Let's try again. Oh, gosh, Jen, you know all the tricks. Okay, I did get that last comment. All right. Janetta, this is for you. Ooh, this is the Two of Wands. So this is a card. Notice we've had a bunch of twos and we've had a bunch of choice cards. And that's something that we talked about in the beginning, was about the energy of this week with the new moon, with the spring season, with Aries season, the new energetic year coming in. There's a lot of extremes. There's a lot of different ways that we may be coming to this place. And the Two of Wands also talks about being in this place of considering your next move, of being in a place where you're looking at different angles. And so it's brilliantly depicted here with sort of like this camera lens, and you're sort of taking the wide angle and you're zooming in and you're contemplating choice of where to next, where you're going to go into the future. So this is showing you at a place where you're considering those things. And earlier, I don't think you were on yet, Debbie got a card that was the Two of Swords, where we saw two doors. And we were talking about the different potential for no matter which one you choose, which direction you choose to go. And oftentimes the Two of Wands represents one choice being familiar, comfort zone, and the other choice being new and maybe scary, intimidating, unknown, going out there, stepping out of comfort zone. And so, you know, looking at it from the different angles of the lens and thinking about, you know, what are you looking to create in this next season of your life? Where do you want to go? Not just physically, but energetically. You know, even if you look back at where you stand right now, looking back on the season you're just coming through and looking at the choices you made and how those choices all helped one by one to create where you stand right now. And so with that in mind, and again, without judgment, without regret, without the sense of things we screwed up or should have done differently or anything like that, we're just witnessing, because we can use that information to empower us to make choices into the future. So now I know, and now I can make those tweaks, those changes, those improvements, or at least the information that I've brought forward from the past as I decide to move forward. So it's just showing you in a place of choice. It's showing you in a place of taking it all in and deciding where you're going to go next. And again, that can be actual steps, actual movement, or energetic, you know, things that you're wanting to bring into your life. So there's definitely choice coming up for you too. We're getting a lot of two tonight, a lot of that duality and being in this place of the precipice of the old and the new. And so it's just important to remember that you can't go wrong. You know, when you tune in, when you use your tools, when you connect in, that is where you will have the guidance for each step as you go. Okay, we're down to Kendra, Jen, and Rob. So let's get one for Kendra. Card here for Kendra as my my left ear is starting to ring. All right, let's see what's coming up for you. Oh, good, Janetta. Perfect. That's where you are. Okay. I love it. All right, Kendra, what's coming up for you? Ooh, I know what this one is. It's the Nine of Pentacles. And she's the one that has her home and her decor and her comforts and all the things. So I love this. It's like landing on a new nest. It's like that bird is about to make a little nest there in that home, that little home. I love that. So the Nine of Pentacles is all about, I always bring it, the Nine of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles feel very connected for me because she has her comforts and her beautiful things and all of her earth element, you know, goodies that she weaves into her space. Definitely very much so a homebody, but also like a matriarch energy. And so the Nine of Pentacles is like that as well for me, like being at home in her garden with all of her abundance and bringing all of that in. But here it's just so cool how it's showing us the bird making a landing on the birdhouse and making its nest there and settling in and getting to a place, not quite, right, hasn't landed yet, but getting to a place where, and so as you think spring, as you think what are you bringing in, what is the new, what you're planting, spreading your wings and really coming in for a landing there and really embodying that energy. I love that for you. So really bringing that in. So it's definitely connecting you into the energy of setting those intentions, planting those seeds, and really focusing on that and keeping your focus there on no feeding the weeds, not worrying about the other gardens, because we're very focused on the beauty that you're creating here in your new space and in your life and bringing all of that in. So that is a beautiful energy for you. And the Nine also is like almost to the end, like almost into a new chapter, because the tens represent endings and new beginnings, and the nines are saying like, keep going, persevering, we're almost there, we're wrapping this up, and we're moving into the new. in more ways than one. So I love that for you. All right, we've got Jen next. I'm going to do a swipe. Yes, homebody and new home coming. So I love that. Yeah, that was perfect for you. Okay, this one's for Jen. What do we have coming up for you? Ooh, that one just jumped right on my finger. Action of Swords. So this is going to be Knight of Swords. I love these colors. I know I love these colors and you love these colors. I love this. Okay, so the Knight of Swords is definitely action, is definitely movement. And here we kind of see like planting that flag on the top of the mountain. So it's like conquering something or really staking your claim somewhere. And so it's showing this action happening, movement starting to happen in bringing in that energy of things happening, moving. Yeah, there was like a fog, but it's kind of dissipating. And so we're seeing really clearly, like it's like the pin in the map, the flag on the top of the mountain peak, like there it is. So I really feel like some things coming into fruition for you. Good. Okay, you feel that? I love it. Okay, so it feels like that fog dissipating and getting to that place of staking that claim of being there. I just want to see what the book says about the action of knights because, or action of swords. But definitely bringing in that air element and the movement for sure. Yeah, ambition, driven to succeed, fast thinking, using your intellect to achieve your goals, all the things. Oh, look, there's a picture of you here. No, it's time to take action. Once you've made a decision on what you would like to accomplish, launch forward swiftly. You're motivated, ambitious, and resolute in your goals. No one is going to stand in your way. You will surmount any obstacles in your path and know that you can do whatever you need to be successful. Yeah. Like where there's a will, there's a way, and we're going to find it. Like it's foggy, it's a big mountain, but we are going to find our way and we're going to make our claim right there on that mountain peak. That's what I'm feeling. Embodiment of swords too. Use the gift of excellent communication skills to express your thoughts and ideas with others. I know you do. So it's talking about, when you're communicating with others to use your skills, your knowledge, your experience, again, direct, clear, like I said, your picture's here. So yes, movement, action happening, staking of claims, making it happen. I love it. All right, Robert, bringing it in for us. We are going to see what is coming up for you. Thank you guys for bearing with me tonight. Sorry about the comments. You're welcome, Jennifer. Thank you. Thank you for making it happen here. All right, Rob, what do we have coming up for you? All right, you have that 10 of Swords, the card that came up last week where we talked about all the things that bubbled up to the surface, all of the remnants of the wreckage, the life ring in the corner, the light in the horizon coming up. 10s equal endings, new beginnings. So on the other side of every ending is another new beginning, right? And so we have all this old stuff that's bubbled up and the things that we've been moving through this past season. We're really ready to use our discernment to decide what's coming with, what's not, and really moving forward into that future energy. And you have like the Merlin blue and green, and you have the fire on the horizon. So again, we're taking those practical ways that we can take these steps to begin to bring in that new. moving through and again, I said this last week and I'm saying it again, it is not to gloss over what all happened in that shipwreck. Like, you know, it's like that's all significant and absolutely something that we had to be present with and experience, unfortunately sometimes, in order to have come up for air with the new renewed clarity, maybe even renewed motivation that we needed, or to drop some of that dead weight in order for us to move forward. So, you know, this is definitely bringing in the new on the horizon. So we're wrapping it out this week with all of this, and we're really gearing up to move forward into the future. Okay, I am swiping. How you know this, I don't know. How you figure that out? Oh, now I'm getting Kendra's comment. Okay, here we go, Rob. Let go of all the unnecessary thoughts and things holding me down. That's right. You're not going to get there if you're trying to drag the barrel and the door and the broken pieces of wood. Like, I know you just said that you're a pack rat. I am too. But like, you know, you don't need those computer parts anymore, right? You don't need all those old wires. I know we have a box here too. And it's like, it just becomes a part of my story. My story is that I have 28,000 emails. I have more than 28,000 emails, but I have 28,000. I'm channeling Jennifer here. I'm channeling what she said, is that how would it feel? I have to do this every now and then to just like actually take a box of those cables and like throw them out. Just throw them out, get rid of them. You know, just that one box, just for example, you know what I'm saying? Like me, mass deleting emails, whatever it is, just as an exercise to say, I'm not going to get there if I'm lugging all of this dinosaur stuff with me. When I got my new phone and I had to trade in my old one, I opened up a drawer and I had the boxes from every single phone that we've had in the last decade. And I'm like, I guess we don't need these boxes anymore. Like I've been saving them all. Like we need to have them, you know, like the instructions to everything. This is just like physical stuff that represents the barrel, the door, the broken pieces of wood, like all the stuff that weighs on us energetically, just being in our presence. So you can look at that physical manifestation of the weeds as symbolizing the energetic weight that we carry. And just like you said, you're never going to get there when you have it all holding you down. And yeah, it is thoughts, because this is swords. Swords is in the head. Swords are the thoughts, the beliefs, the ideas that we hold on to, the stories that we hold on to. So since we're talking about taking like actual practical steps, like planting the seed for real and burying the paper with it and really setting that intention, we can also look at physical stuff that maybe we could have be like a ceremonial symbol of me letting go some of those things, letting go of some of those thoughts or beliefs or ideas and releasing them so that I can be more buoyant, so that I can move with more ease. And you can even look at it like a project. You can look at it like, well, this thing isn't working when I do this, that, or the other, so I could try doing it this way, like MacGyver style, you know, like being able to try it another way, like a challenge to actually find a way to make it more efficient. I see Jen's comment now. Throw them out. So much in your head rattling around, pent up frustrations from decades. Time to let go. Decades, like 10, like a 10 of swords. Yes, that's what I'm saying. Like those stories become so familiar. Like I get tired of saying it myself. Like how many times am I going to come on here and tell you guys I have 28,000 emails? Because I still do. And it's like, I get to decide at any moment. I can decide. It doesn't always feel that way, like, you know, especially the thoughts and stuff, but like the way that I greet them, the way that I view them, that's the part that I have control over. The thoughts roll in like the weather. We can see them as clouds, you know, finding that way that works for us to release some of those stories and beliefs too. That's the negativity bias, right? It's comfy to hold on to that story because I figured that out. I know why. Okay, I know why I'm all this way because I have decades of stories that I'm carrying or ideas or beliefs or whatever it is. And so that's comforting just to know that, you know. It's like This gives me like Titanic, Jack and Rose vibes. Like everybody's holding on to something and we're trying to hold on to this door, and that's not going to cut it. We're not going to be able to sustain ourselves. And so it's a shift. It's a change. It's new. It's a release. And so that's what the 10 of Swords is just being at that final point where I say enough. And I allow that some of those things to go. But you do it again in your time and in a way that resonates for you. But there's beautiful opportunity here for release, for lightening, for letting go in order to embrace the new, right? We've seen this image before where like if I'm holding on to the cords and the things and the stories and the decades and all the things, I can't pick up anything new when I'm in this fisted grip. I can't take anything more, right? This is where I want to be. I want to be in this position of receiving and being open, of emptying my container so that I can bring in the new. So that's the energy of that 10 of Swords when we're just about done with that, when we're just about ready to turn that wheel, turn into that labyrinth, into the next corner in order to reach the next step, where there's going to be more stuff. So we enjoy the ride and we get there. It's all about the journey, right? So I think, Kristen, you just joined. If you want a card, I can pull one for you. We were just finishing up and I haven't had comments, but if you're just getting on and you would like a card, I'd be happy to pull one for you. I'll swipe here. You're a project. White knuckles, my inner child is holding on to. Time to let go. Yes, and we're going to talk about that too. Good stuff. All right, Kristen, let's get one for you. Card for you. Kristen, I was today years old when I found out that you had a group. I'm so excited that I joined it. I'm so excited that Jen's going to be showcasing in there. I'm here for it. Let's get a card for you. No, you made it. It's good timing. I have to wrap up because my husband is leaving at 3:30 this morning to catch a plane, and his open suitcase is sitting in front of me, and I'm sure he's waiting to get in here and pack his bag. All right, card for you, Kristen. Let's see what's coming up. Oh, you're welcome. I appreciate you stopping in. It's been crazy. I can't see comments, but Jen's translating for me. Ooh, let's see. Oh, girl, you got the Magician. Yes. Okay, so we've been talking all night about the power of this week, about spring equinox, Aries season, new energetic year, new moon in Aries, Monday, Tuesday, all the fire coming in. We were bringing in the magic of Merlin and you get the Magician. We've been bringing in the fire and you get matchy matchy. So Magician is all about practicing, using your tools, honing your craft. Also, we talked about planting seeds. We said tonight, bring your weeds and your seeds. What are the weeds? What are we clearing out? I always like to think of the Magician with like a cauldron and thinking like, well, what am I putting in there? Because if I want to manifest a particular thing, if I'm creating something, I'm making some magic, I'm not going to be putting in the lower vibrational things that aren't called for in the recipe, right? So it really is about weeding out any of that old stuff, the limiting beliefs, the old things that we're carrying around that aren't going to help nurture and foster the garden that we're planting, the magic we're making. So we're in this period of kind of really mindfully looking at, and that was energy that came in here. We started Monday with the 4 of Swords, which is that time out, which is that reflection, which is using our tools to really get clear on what's moving forward with us into the new and what we are taking out and leaving behind. So we have this really beautiful opportunity this week to harness all that energy, and like there really isn't a better card than the Magician to do that. So it was pretty divinely timed that you popped in here to get your message. And of course we're using all the elements here too. Look how beautifully the elements are all, this is a Merlin card for sure. So I brought in the energy of Merlin, which is about bringing in the magic, but also in very practical ways, everyday ways, down to earth, really getting those roots and nurturing those things. And again, not feeding the weeds. Just, we see the weed there, something cropped up, that trick didn't work. Okay, now I know, pluck the weed and keep nurturing. So beautiful energy for you to enter into all the new this week with Aries season. Yes, I'm going to spray again the fire element to that for everybody. Burn, baby, burn. Get your rams in a row. Awesome, that resonates for you. Perfect. And a little magic Merlin coming in here too. And again, I'm going to share the channeled words, anything that I see in there that would speak to everyone. Goodbye, weeds. See you later. I see this beautiful magical energy coming in. I'm excited for spring. I'm excited to see what all comes forward. Thank you guys for bearing with the technical glitches tonight. I appreciate it. Jen, thank you so much for your help. I'll decompress with all of this and get it together and weave it throughout the week and share with new messages too as we get into the new moon and all of the fiery goodness. So thank you guys. Lots of love and many, many spring blessings. Have a great week.